Hello, everybody, and welcome to Committed Gaming. I'm Flute5311, and we are here for another episode of Destiny School. This time, we are going to be talking about Iron Banner, and if it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea, and how to best level up with Iron Banner and to really maximize, to get the best out of it, to maximize your time in there, so you're not playing it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So, let's talk about Iron Banner, the bounties. So you have these 3 weekly bounties, and then you've got new bounties that come up every day. Always, what I tend to do, since I'm trying to play across all 3 characters, is I will play through my dailies, and then switch characters, play through my dailies, switch characters, play through my dailies. That way, because this is going to net you probably your quickest, short-term amount of XP to rank up. Ranking up, you need to get to rank 5 is your end game here. At rank 2, you can start buying some of these, the emblems, and Iron Banner items will start dropping. Um, the higher up you go in the ranks, up to rank 5, the better stuff you get from the drops. You'll get the boots, or armor pieces and weapon pieces will start to drop, and they'll drop at higher light levels. Once you hit rank 5, you can get up to 320 stuff can drop once you're in, including the ghosts. So armor, weapons, ghosts can start dropping at 320 once you hit rank 5. At ranks 3 and 5, you will get a special package from Saladin. At rank 3, you will get a 310. It'll be a rare 310 artifact. So that's cool. So you get that guaranteed once you get to rank 3. At rank 5, you get a package that, from my experience, tends to give you 310 or above weapons or armor. So, which is really awesome. So it's really worth grinding out to get to rank 5, I think. Sometimes if you cache the package in while you're at the tower, if you go back to orbit and you don't get anything, go to orbit and it'll show up. Sometimes it kind of has a weird lag in there. There's a glitch and they know about it. So that's kind of what you want to get out of the different ranks. Iron Banner has light leveling engaged. So what that means is that if you play normal Crucible, if you're a level 2 and you're going against a 320 level 40, your weapons do the same damage. It's all been balanced out. It doesn't matter. If you're playing on Iron Banner or Trials of Osiris where light level is engaged, that level 2 is going to get crushed. So you want to make sure that you have your highest light level stuff you have equipped. That being said, you also want to make sure you have a playstyle, weapons you can play with. If I've got a slightly less powerful machine gun, but I really like that machine gun, it plays into my playstyle. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 light levels isn't going to matter that much, but you want to be as high as light level as you possibly can. Because if it's really going to make a difference on whether or not you live or die, or whether or not you kill somebody else or you don't. Because the damage you take and the damage you deal is all tied to the light level between you and your opponent. So that's very important, and you want to make sure, like I said, you have as high a light level as you can. This time around, we're playing Rift. I am not a big fan of Rift, especially with Iron Banner. I think I think they're really going to see. Hopefully, they see it. This was a bad idea, but typically it's control, which I really like. We've done Clash once, and this is the first time we've done Rift. So it looks like they're experiencing with different things, which I like. I guess I'm glad technically that they're experiencing with Rift, but I'm just not glad that I have to play Rift because I really don't like it. So let's look at these here. So these are your weekly bounties. Now I'm going to go back to my character real quick. There's this thing here called the tempered buff. You used to have to buy this with Motes of Light. Now it's automatically applied. And Iron Banner runs from, Tuesday when it starts all the way until, Monday night. Or, Tuesday morning at like 2 or 3 in the morning, whenever the reset starts. So this tempered buff gets stronger as the week goes on. And what it does is, when you turn in bounties or you win a match and you cash in medallions, the points will be worth more. So it's like, oh, if this thing says it's worth 125 points, 125 experience points there for Iron Banner, it will be worth more than that as the week goes on. It won't necessarily, the 125 won't change here, but it'll tell you when you cash it in. So it gets stronger and stronger and stronger as the week goes on. So with that being said, cash in your dailies every day. I didn't play yesterday, but I jumped on and grabbed some of the dailies just so I have them here. And that's something that I've done. If I know I'm not going to get to a character that night, I'll jump on real quick, grab the dailies. That way, I've got them there, sitting ready to do the next day or whenever I get to it. So you may want cash your dailies in every day, but your weeklies, these are your weeklies, these bronze ones, save them. I recommend saving them until you're getting close to the end of the week, because they're going to be worth a ton more points if you save them and cash them in at the end of the week. Because this is worth 525 points, but with the tempered buff, they get bumped up to a ton. So usually I can save mine until Sunday, depending on how close I am and if I want to get it over with. I'll start saving these up till Saturday or Sunday, depending on how close I get. Also, something else to keep in mind to help you level up faster. They have implemented a catch-up logic for the characters. So let's say you have 3 characters and you've got one character to rank 5. You're like, yes, I finally got there, but I really don't want to go and start all the way over with my other 2 characters. They introduced a catch-up logic earlier, I want to say last year, where you also get another buff to catch up to the other ones. So if when you cash stuff in, when you cash in bounties and medallions and whatnot, you'll get an even bigger buff, if when you cash in on your lower level characters, your lower ranked characters, to catch up to the rank 5 one, because people were complaining about how long it would take to grind out 5 ranks in all 3 characters because it was a drag. And so since they implemented this catch up logic, it doesn't take nearly as long. So typically I'll try to get one character to rank 5 a little bit quicker. I'll maybe spend a little more time grinding that specific character out. That way, my other characters have a better catch-up logic. They'll get a bigger buff to bump them up to Iron Banner rank 5. Um, when you lose an Iron Banner, you get a medallion. Obviously, we're not going to talk about why I've got a 5 stack sticking here. You get a medallion. You have to be in the game to the end to get a medallion. Once you get a medallion, they stack up to 5. So once you get 5 losses stacked up here, that's kind of your max here to max medallions. They count for, I think, half or 3/4 of a match. So the points you get for winning a match for towards Iron Banner, medallions count for either a half or 3/4 of a match. So when you finally win a match, they all get cashed in, and they kind of, the reason why they implemented these was to prevent people from quitting Iron Banner matches that were completely lopsided or being dominated by another team. So this was kind of a way to kind of reward those who stuck it out and stayed around, or to reward you at least for, even if it was a close match, just something for if you lost, here it is. And so that's kind of what these things are for. You can, like I said, they stack up to 5, and so there you go. Some people will stack 5 losses at the end of Iron Banner just so that they can have those sitting there for the next Iron Banner. I don't know if that's really a good thing to do, but there they are. That's what those are. If you're wondering what they are, so that's the set. So I've already described 2 different buffs, right? The tempered buff, the catch-up logic. The third buff you get is from running the class item, the emblem, and the shader. Each of these is a 10% buff. And when you have them all on, obviously that stacks to a bonus 30% buff when you have them equipped on your character. So get these as soon as you can. He used to always sell the class items. He does not anymore. Last week we didn't have them, or 2 weeks ago 2 times ago we didn't have them. So he is selling the class items this week. So I would highly recommend getting the class items. Obviously they come in at 280. This is one of those things where, well, it's 280, it's going to lower my light level. So what I would recommend doing, play with your normal emblem, but when you go to cash in your strong class item, but when you go to cash in your mark or your bounties, switch to this one until you get it leveled up. You can switch it, cash in your bounties with it, get the extra 10% buff, and then take it back off, until you get your light level up from 280 to 300 or wherever else, so that it's a competitive mark. See, I think I've got mine up to, what is mine up to? 316. So those are 3 different ways to increase your experience points that count towards Iron Banner. Again, it's the having all 3 class items. These are 30% apiece. The tempered buff you get automatically, and the catch-up logic that they implemented for each character to catch up a character who's already behind a rank 5 one, or it doesn't matter what rank, as long as one is lower than the other rank, your lowest ranked character compared to your highest ranked character, it will give you a bonus there. So I would recommend, Iron Banner is definitely, I would recommend it It's definitely a way to get good light level gear. You can play by yourself, and if you can get to the rank 5 just grinding out on your own. It may take a long time, but you can get it. So if you're a solo player and you can't get into trials or the raid or things like that, this is a way to do it. Rift is arguably not a good game mode to do it solo, but which is why I've got a stack of 5 sitting there. But it's good to do. You'll get a 310 ghost at rank 3, which is perfect. You'll get I'm sorry. You get a 310 artifact at rank 3, a 310 ghost at rank 5, and also in that rank 5 package is typically something that's higher than 310, a weapon or an armor piece at some point. So all good reasons to play Iron Banner. So get in there, try it out, enjoy it, Iron Banner. Like I said, save these weekly bounties to the very end. Do not cash them in right off the rip as soon as you get them. Save them up and use them at the end. Like I said, usually on Sunday or Monday. You get the most bang for your buck. It is still worth going back in and playing because stuff will start dropping at that potential drops for 320, which would be fantastic for anybody who's trying to get leveled up and get started into this game. Okay, I think that just about does it for Iron Banner with Lord Saladin here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm Flute5311, and to all you gamers out there, stay committed.